Hi, my name's Mike, and I own a Lincoln Navigator, 2018 Lincoln Navigator. I've had a lot of different trouble, a lot of different problems that were very time consuming. Um, my car this year has been in the shop for over 3 months. No joke. First, the 10R80 automatic transmission. Let's get to that first. You need to flush the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles, every 25 to 30,000 miles. I'm going to do mine at 25,000 miles. What happens is the solenoids are getting contaminated. And when the solenoids get contaminated, it makes the 10R80 malfunction. You feel these hard shifts and stuff. Uh, I just did mine. I had mine flushed at the dealership. It cost $300, but the transmission is like new. I'm on my second transmission, by the way, and it took the dealership over a month to replace that transmission. Over a month. It was horrible. It was horrendous. And then I started getting those hard shifts again at around 25,000 miles. I took it down to the dealership. They now have a machine and stuff, a little process in which they flush it. It costs $300, but the transmission is buttery smooth. Now, cold start rattle. Cold start rattle is when your engine starts rattling in the morning on the first startup. And what it is the timing chain is stretching. It's stretching, it's slapping up against the wall of the transmission. Um, that's what's going on right there. That's what's called the cold start rattle. Now, in subsequent startups or as the engine is warm, you might not hear it, but it's most especially prevalent on the first startup of the morning when it's cold. Let me tell you what I think is happening, and I've done a lot of different Googling. I've talked to a lot of different people. I've even done laboratory tests of the oil. What's going on in your vehicle is the viscosity, the turbo, the EcoBoost turbo engine is diluting the oil with gasoline. So it's turning your 5W30 into a 5W20, and the chain is wearing out as a result because it's like you put in oil that's too thin into this engine, and it'll wear out the chain. Much it'll prematurely wear out the chain. Chains don't usually wear out. If they wear out, it's at some kind of disgusting mileage at like 300,000 miles. This is wearing out a lot sooner. So one thing you can do is by changing the oil every 3 to 4,000 miles, but that's not what I'm doing. I've switched to this. This is it. Mobil 1 Delvac 5W40. This thing runs like a dream in my car. And I've got laboratory tests back from Blackstone that says it wears a lot better with this than with any 5W30 oil. This is my go-to oil. And this is a very high quality oil. It's available at Summit Racing very cheaply. I don't think you can get this at Walmart. Or maybe you can and it's a special order at Walmart. But this oil is incredible. And like I said, I've got Blackstone laboratory tests that say it wears a lot better than regular oil. And the thing is this is a dual, the Mobil 1. They've got one at Walmart, Mobil 1 turbo diesel truck, which is very similar. But the Mobil Delvac is a lot more high quality. It's like the difference between Mobil 1 turbo diesel truck and Mobil 1 Delvac is the Mobil 1 turbo diesel truck is like, it's like regular full synthetic oil that you buy at the store or something. Whereas Delvac is more like AMSOIL, very high quality. And I can tell you, I've run both of them, and this run runs a lot better. Delvac is the best. You can't get any better than that. I would use 5W40. It runs great in the truck. Laboratory tests say there's absolutely no problem with it. It wears better in the truck. Use the 5W40. But don't tell the dealership you're using that because it's going to void the warranty. Don't tell them that. You say you went to Walmart, got the Motorcraft semi-synthetic 5W30. 5W40 is where it's at. I'm not sure if it'll prevent that timing chain stretch thing, but I think you're a lot better off right there because I think it's fuel dilution that's causing the cold start rattle. It's causing the chain to wear out. My vehicle sounded like a diesel truck. I mean, the noise coming out of that engine was incredible. That took 90 days to repair. took 90, no, actually, no, it took me 2 months to repair. 2 months to repair, and it was 2 repair tries. It was a nightmare. I haven't had my truck 3 or 4 months out of this entire year, and it sucked. So let me recap. For the automatic transmission, the 10R80, go to the dealership, get it flushed, pay the $300, because it's better to pay that $300 than to go through that nightmare. I think that'll extend the life of the engine. I got 75,000 miles out of my transmission, the 10R80 transmission. And as for oil, if you use that regular 5W30 Mobil 1, I mean, that might be great in a lot of vehicles. It's not great in this vehicle. You need to move up. And the diesel engine oil, these Mobil 1 oils are actually designed for both diesel engines and gasoline engines. They don't have the Ford certifications, and that might be a problem. It's not at the viscosity as in the owner manual. That might be a problem with warranty wise. But no one ever asked me what oil I put in these things. No one ever asked me a damn thing. Go with 5W40. And the diesel engine oils, they're designed for fuel dilution, because this is the same thing that happens in turbo diesel engines as well, where they dilute it with fuel. So do those two things, and I think you're going to enjoy your truck a lot better. Keep in mind, this is all new technology. The second generation EcoBoost, the 10-speed 10R80, it's all new technology, and Ford's still trying to get its head around it. Let's get ahead of them and get our head around it. Use 5W40, and let's bring it back up here so you see. I put this in my truck, and it runs a lot better than that 5W30. This is awesome. This is one of the best oils you can put in that truck. Trust me. So, and that's what you have to do, and you'll enjoy your truck a lot better.